Hello, my name is Keilah, and today I'm going to be talking about sustainable living in our neighborhoods. More specifically, the neighborhood of Manoa, which is located in Manoa Valley on Oahu. The history of Manoa is similar to a lot of other neighborhoods in that it was once an undisturbed area prior to the rush of commercial development that took place in the later 1800s. But prior to all this development, there were a lot of native Hawaiians in the valley that were farming things like bananas, breadfruit, taro, and sweet potatoes. And one of the key characteristics of the way that they farmed was that it was very sustainable. They didn't have to make a lot of modifications to the landscape. They were just very strategic and smart in the ways that they farmed, and like where they chose to grow certain crops based off of, if there was enough sunlight or if there was enough water readily available nearby. But it was all just kind of on this foundation of being able to maintain the land the way that it was while also being able to grow crops in a very healthy way. As we are, kind of going with the times and seeing the necessity to continue to develop the areas around us, one way to do this in a clean way without harming the natural landscape as it already is through the use of solar panels. And the cool thing about solar panels is that they are also still very sustainable, and you don't have to modify what's already been modified. A lot of the development that's taken place is kind of there to stay, but the thing with solar panels is that they're really just an addition onto what's already there. You don't have to go in and change anything else or possibly contaminate or damage the remaining landscape that is there. So down here in the bottom, it's just a picture of Oahu in the red. It's just Manoa Valley highlighted. And as we are talking about the neighborhood of Manoa specifically for this project, the pictures and the designs on here are in reference to Manoa District Park, which is just off of Manoa Road next to the elementary school. So a couple designs for a possible introduction of solar panels into this residential or more recreational area is here at Manoa District Park. This is one of the buildings that's part of the community center. The first design that we are looking at are just, kind of standard solar panels on the roof. They're on each side, and the cool thing about the roof of this building is that they're all kind of angled different directions. So regardless of like the time of day it is or the sun's location in the sky, at some point, each solar panel is going to be receiving some sort of sunlight. So there's always a constant feed of energy into these panels. The second design that we see down here on the bottom is a solar canopy. Again, there's no modification to the landscape that's still there. It's just an addition onto what is already been constructed there and laid down. Moving down here to the testing section, there are different kind of like diagnostic tests that were run to compare the energy demand of the building versus like the energy that the solar panels would actually be able to supply. Up here on the top, these blue columns are the energy demand of the building. So say there's AC or maybe demands from outlets if people are plugging stuff in. That's up here represented by the blue. And then the green is the solar panel energy supply. So what are they getting from the sun, and then how much are they actually converting into energy? This gray line that kind of runs through the green down here is what that net would be. So you can see that it's in the green the whole time, essentially just kind of showing that the energy conversion of the solar panels would be able to sustain the energy demand of the building. Over here in this fourth figure is a third possible design layout. We call it a solar farm. Here you would actually be modifying the natural landscape, as you have to put it in a grassy area and probably even grow up some stuff around it just so that it wouldn't be a huge eyesore in the park. Maybe not the most popular idea, but it is still an option. And the cool thing about solar panels is that, they are just an addition on, but they are also working to combat different climate changes or carbon emissions that are a result of kind of the things that we've done in the past that have possibly harmed the nature and the environment as it is now.